So let's make a template. I can call it CD audio fiction or something like that. So some of these settings, even though they're not checked, there is actually a default, and that would be circulate defaults to yes. Item status defaults to in process unless you have a different choice selected in library settings. The circulating library will default to the owning library unless you change it. Reference defaults to no. Shelving location is something that we definitely have to select. So I'm going to select adult audiobook. Opaque visible defaults to yes. Holdable defaults to yes. Circulation modifier, I definitely need to select. Because the circulation modifier is the primary decision maker, I guess, of the circulation policy that is selected by Evergreen, it's very important to have your circulation modifier. Some circulation policies may also include the shelving location. And of course, it's important for your patrons to be able to find the item. So it should always have a shelving location. If you don't put in a shelving location, it will default to stacks, which is not a holdable shelving location. This is something you don't want to allow to happen. Stacks is really in place in case something comes over through migration and doesn't have a place to land. It can be in stacks as a fallback position. The price is not something you will want to set in your template because, of course, it'll vary from item to item. Loan duration is not something you'll want to set. That'll be set by the circulation policy, and it defaults to normal in almost all cases. Changing the loan duration can impact resource sharing circulation, so it's not ideal to set up anything other than the standard, which will default to normal. Age hold protection is something you will want to apply. If a cataloger does not apply age hold protection when cataloging the item, there will be none. So if it's important to you to have age hold protection apply to those new items, be sure it's in your template. Fine level, again, leave that at normal. There are very rare cases, and that's something you would want to make sure you discuss with the NC Cardinal team. If you change the fine level, that could potentially impact the fines that your patrons are charged. Item notes are probably not something you are going to apply via the template because they might vary from item to item. Same with item alerts and item tags. Statistical categories, it's possible that you might have a statistical category that would apply to a particular set of items. So you could apply it here. For instance, if you're cataloging grant items in particular and you want to apply that statistical category in a grant template, you can certainly do that. You can see Rutherford does have some statistical categories that they might want to apply. They might want to have a donation template, although that may vary a lot. But if you are purchasing only CD audiobooks with a grant, and so that would be the same for all of those items in the grant, then it might make sense. So you can create templates however you like. I will want to, now that I've set this up, I will want to save it. And it says down here in green, saved holdings template. So when I go to my edit screen, I will be able to apply it as we move down. So if you're cataloging audiobooks, you may have an audiobook item template, an audiobook fiction, an audiobook nonfiction. You may have templates for every conceivable kind of item. You may set your templates by shelving location. That can be helpful. It's entirely up to you all how you want to set up your item templates. These templates are login based, so they're based on the username that you're logging in with. So any templates that I set up would not be visible to anyone else. As a cataloger, if you go in and set up templates and want to share them, you can export them into a file, and then another cataloger can log into Evergreen with their login and import those templates. And that way they don't have to recreate them and you don't have to worry about whether they match exactly. Just import that file and save the various templates.